Litchfield's Country Station 1039 The Moose, live online at K105.com via the Apple and Android smartphone app, using the SoundCloud, iTunes, or Spotify podcast, on Facebook, on YouTube, on the platform formerly known as Twitter, and the hashtag is In The Know. Coming up today, we'll update you on the latest news headlines from around the community, the county, the Commonwealth, and the country. GCHS graduation is tonight. Also, a new movie in theaters today that you might be interested in. Plus, we'll have the water cooler question. That and a whole lot more coming up today here on In The Know. Settling into my left, rolling Mach 9 with her hair on fire, is my beautiful wife, the beautiful girl. It's Beach. Good morning, sweetheart. Try that again.
Good morning.
So your gain is all off as well. So
Okay.
new mic processing in the studio today
Okay.
that we're trying to get all worked out. You were in the garden until dark last night.
Yes.
How did it hold up to the rain?
It's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's great. I was able to. I mean, it needed it so bad. So yeah, it did really well.
It didn't get washed out or anything like that during it? So-
I had little paths, if you will, made because you kind of moat around some of the plants. But so it did what I wanted it to do.
All right. Any showing signs of growth yet? Anything?
Yes.
Okay, that's very good. Keep
There's
us up
a
to date.
baby bell pepper.
All right.
So
Take a picture of it for me. He is the five-time winner of the coveted Ohio News Hawk Award. He's the two-time Silver Sound nominee, covering every corner of the globe: London, Budapest, Rio, Tokyo, and even Litchfield. He's Sam Gormley and the sports. Morning, Sam.
Morning, Ralph.
How you doing?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm all right. You went on a field trip yesterday. Did you have a lot of fun?
Yeah, it's one of those days. Like as I was telling some people, like the graduation practice takes about 3 hours, and they might only need me for about 3 minutes of it. But the issue is that in those 3 minutes, we don't know is the 3 minutes going to be at the beginning, the middle, the end, or whenever it might be. And then it's also good just to be there in case something a little different is done. But this year it seems like it's pretty much the same as to what we've had in years past.
I guess this will be 3 years in a row inside.
Yeah. I don't even know. I hadn't even put any thought into that.
So I wasn't there last year because of Reese's graduation, Reese the niece. So, but I knew it was indoors because I helped with the setup. And then I remember being indoors in 2024 because it was a disappointment like we got to be in. So three years in a row. So the outdoor graduation proving to be a rarity in recent years. But so level-wise, Sam, I know the microphone processing sounds a little bit weird, but are you getting a decent level from us?
No, not at all.
Okay, all right. So
You sound like you're broadcasting from across the room right now.
From across the room. Interesting. All right. Well, let's before we let me look at a level here. Check. Okay.
Okay. There you go. Now you sound like you're close.
Okay. So I'm closer.
Uh-huh.
Close enough right now.
I mean, it's a little bit better. I mean, you could probably give me another 20% if you wanted.
Well, I'm about to splat on my end, so that's why I'm just trying to check and see. Calvin played around with everything yesterday, but I don't think he got it dialed in exactly like he needed to. But okay, Sam, I'm going to give you a challenge. We're going to encourage you along the way that you have until 2027 to train and beat Usain Bolt's 100-meter record.
Yeah.
And you'll win $10 million when you do it.
I'm not sure if he gave me a 50-meter head start that I'd be able to.
Really? Huh. Interesting. I mean, he eats I think 40 chicken nuggets a day. So that's all you have to do to train and get better.
Yeah, and have God-given abilities, right?
Well, I guess that might have something to do with it. But what if I told you you have the benefit of roiding up? These are the enhanced games. And they have,
I have heard about these.
They've offered $10 million. They had their inaugural event in Las Vegas this last Sunday. And for next year's event, they're saying if anyone can break Usain Bolt's record, which people don't really look at these as true records because they're performance enhancing based, but this is their whole classification. So they're kind of creating their own rules. And so medically supervised enhancement protocols are available. You still don't think with that you can beat him, huh?
No, not at all. I mean, no, not at all. Not at all.
Let's see. Sunny and warm weekend ahead. Spotty showers possible for the overnight hours. Partly sunny with highs in the low 80s. We'll see in the short term spotty showers overnight into Saturday morning, mainly to the southwest portions of southwest of Louisville, which would include us, of course. Drier weather lasting through most of the week. We'll see rain chance at 10% today, high of 84. Mostly cloudy tonight and a low of 64, partly cloudy for tomorrow and a high of 84. As we mentioned, GCHS graduation at 7 o'clock tonight, which you'll be able to watch on the YouTube channel. We'll be bringing it all to you. Any secrets to surprises to look forward to tonight? Anything out of the ordinary? Is this pretty much straight down the middle as far as graduation goes?
I don't know that there's anything I'm allowed to share.
Okay,
so I know that there was one student that came across the stage and looked at Miss Harned and said, "Can I do a backflip?" And she was like, "I don't know that let's," because if you remember, there was one of those a couple of years ago, and we heard it before we saw it. Because our screen is just a little bit of a delay, so and when I heard it, I thought somebody had fallen, but no, I guess they'd fallen in their own ways. So you might see a backflip tonight, and of course, I did get tipped off on what, as you know, the students have started the tradition. I don't know how long it's been done, where they give the principal some semblance of a knick-knack.
Yes.
You remember, I think Miss Cox, didn't she get Lay's a couple of years ago?
Yes.
So I did get tipped off as to what what Mr. Decker may or may not be getting to.
So you got good insider information. That's great.
And I do know that he has planned, I think, a 45-minute speech for tonight. He's got a lot to say. No.
Great. I can't wait.
No, I think he's 2.5 minutes max is what he said.
All right, very good. For those of you motoring through the Falls of Rough area, you need to be aware that the Falls of Rough Bridge over the spillway of Rough River Lake will be closed for, it will undergo a rehabilitation and rebuild beginning Monday. That will take about 6 months, and it will be reduced to alternating lanes. So it'll be single lane. They'll do one side, and then they'll do the other side and rebuild that bridge and bridge deck. That moved up just a little bit. It's a $2.5 million project, has a projected completion date of November 30. You'll remember last month they had to close that bridge for about 24 hours to do an emergency inspection of it, and they were able to use some steel plating to get it taken care of until they could get to the project on Monday. So lots of activity going on in that area. U.S. and Iranian negotiators reached a tentative agreement on Thursday to extend the ceasefire in the 3-month-old war by 60 days and launch talks on Iran's nuclear program. Iran did not immediately confirm any deal, and the official noted that President Trump has yet to sign it. I don't think they've got all the T's crossed and the I's dotted like they want. Don't think they've gotten everything that they want out of the deal. So they are continuing to work on that. Governor Beshear has issued an executive order that extends provisions of the state emergency he declared earlier this month to give Kentucky drivers a little relief from the higher fuel prices caused by the Iranian conflict. The actions that Beshear took, they included an emergency regulation to freeze the gas tax to prevent a future price hike. That current gas tax is 26.4 cents per gallon and was expected to rise to 27 cents on July 1. That will not happen. Signed an executive order declaring a state of emergency related to gas prices, which would reduce the gas tax by 10 cents a gallon. AG Russ Coleman did sign off on that, and it freezes several state laws that are on the books. He activated the state's price gouging law and sending letters urging leadership in Congress and leaders in Kentucky's congressional delegation to suspend the federal gas tax until the end of the year. If that's approved, prices could drop another 18 cents a gallon through the end of 2026. And then he also froze the motor assessment rate ahead of the expected increase on January 1 of 2027. They will revisit all of those as conditions improve. A crash that killed 2 juveniles in Barron County has now claimed the life of their mother. The accident happened Saturday morning about 7 o'clock in the 53-mile marker of I-65. The investigation showed a 2018 Hyundai Santa Fe being driven by 35-year-old Aaliyah Kroger of Dayton, Ohio, was traveling north when the vehicle left the roadway, collided with a semi-truck that was parked on the right shoulder. 2 juvenile passengers in Kroger's vehicle were pronounced dead at the scene. Kroger was transported to TJ Sampson and then to the Med Center at Bowling Green, but according to state police, she succumbed to her injuries at TriStar Skyline Medical Center down in Nashville. So 3 lives lost in that accident from the weekend. A Grayson County family is mourning the sudden death of Canine Officer Zeus. Zeus is a 6-year-old East German Shepherd, drug and tracking dog that worked for the Grayson County Sheriff's Office, also worked for the Elizabethtown Police Department. Passed last Thursday during a tragic training accident. So there is a lengthy story about Zeus's history as a canine officer in Grayson and Hardin counties. You can read that at K105.com and all the successes that they had with Zeus being on patrol. There is an escort underway this morning that began at the Blue Pearl Pet Hospital out in eastern Jefferson County and will be coming to Litchfield. The escort began about 20 minutes ago, if you're with us live, and expected to reach Litchfield, the 107 exit, sometime between 10:15 and 10:30, so about an hour from now. The procession will travel around the town square and then continue on to North Main Street, Brandenburg Road, and then the procession will continue to the Thomason Byway after they turn off there. So anyway, if you would like to get out and pay your respects to Canine Officer Zeus and the Fentress family as they make their way through the area, then you're encouraged to do that. So there's the route and the time if you would like to participate. A Northern Kentucky man who broke into a home searching for a doomsday bunker and killed a 32-year-old attorney has been sentenced to life in prison. 27-year-old Shannon Gilday of Taylor Mill was given a life sentence yesterday. He will be eligible for parole after serving 25 years. Last week, a Shelby County jury found Gilday guilty by mentally ill of capital murder and 3 counts of attempted murder. In February 2022, he broke into the Madison County home of former state representative Wesley Morgan. He was armed with an AR-15. He fired dozens of shots inside the home where Morgan, his wife Lindsay, and his daughters Sydney and Jordan were sleeping. Wesley Morgan was hit 3 times. 32-year-old Jordan Morgan was shot multiple times and died at the scene. He was in search of a doomsday bunker. He had spent the previous week surveilling the property in hopes of accessing the bunker. The prosecutors called this cold-blooded and calculated. Now, Jordan, quite a tragedy. She had graduated from EKU, then later Chase Law School. She had worked for law firms in Laurel and Fayette counties. She had been the assistant Commonwealth attorney for Boone and Gallatin counties as well. So a life sentence, parole possibility in 25 years for the perpetrator of that crime. So there you go. You're caught up on the headlines for the morning. We'll get to a quick break and we will come back. We got plenty more on the way. We will talk about 11 things you need to know that help you have a blessed life. And we'll also talk about traveling to Italy coming up here on In the Know.
For the second year in a row, Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center is one of America's top 100 rural hospitals. But in Grayson County, that's not really a surprise. Because in small towns, we share everything. The hospital where we were born, where we bring our families, just keeps proving what we already knew. Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center, top 100 care. Hometown heart.
It takes courage to accept the need for a little help. What if help doesn't mean losing independence? At Beehive Homes of Grayson County, you get 24-hour assistance, but maintain freedom. Bring your car, come and go, and welcome visitors. You'll find organized activities that foster community. It's the gold standard of assisted living, the next best place to home. Discover peace of mind without hidden fees. Call today to arrange a tour. Beehive Homes of Grayson County, where home feels like home.
Feeling run down and tired? Life's stress can take a toll on your immunity, leaving you prone to illness. But there's a solution. At Pure Aesthetics and Wellness on West White Oak Street, we offer IV infusion therapy. It's a great way to boost your immunity and restore your energy levels. Don't let life's demands wear you out. Take a minute to rejuvenate with us. Visit our page on Facebook for more details or to schedule therapy. At Pure Aesthetics and Wellness, we help you feel your best.
Looking for a place to connect and make a difference? At the Moose Lodge, you'll be stepping into a place where children find hope and seniors find care. Experience the fun of gaming and drinks while socializing with other members in our licensed lounge. We are inviting qualified guests to visit and consider membership. Be part of something meaningful. The Grayson County Moose Lodge is at 289 Alex Drive in Falls of Rough, where community meets connection. Stop by or follow us on Facebook for more information.
You know, I heard that some people think a staycation is adventurous.
A staycation? That's just a fancy word for staying home.
Exactly. Why not set sail with your global getaway?
You mean like a cruise?
Yes. With Royal Caribbean, you can have weddings, honeymoons, even vow renewals at sea.
And no seasickness from staying on the couch.
Your global getaway. Adventure awaits on every wave. Connect on socials at Your Global Getaway or yourglobalgetaway.com and start planning today.
Thinking about furthering your education? At Elizabethtown Community and Technical College, you'll get a high-quality education, close to home, at a cost that won't break the bank. Enjoy small class sizes with professors who take a personal interest in your success. Scholarships are still available, making our low tuition even more affordable. ECTC's Litchfield campus is now registering for classes that begin June 1st. Call 270-259-1540 or visit elizabethtown.actcs.edu to get started. ECTC, college for the real world.
Maybe AI won't come after your job. Daria Allminger has more on what one expert is now saying.
Sam Altman said not too long ago that artificial intelligence would replace up to 40% of all work tasks in the not too distant future. Well, now the CEO of OpenAI says he spoke too soon. Altman tells Reuters that his fears were overblown. He says while some jobs will be eliminated, many of them ultimately require a human component, which cannot be replaced. In fact, Altman says he's gone back to writing emails himself rather than outsourcing them to AI.
Tech companies are still digesting Pope Leo's extensive comments about the dangers of AI, and so is the White House cabinet. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum said Vatican City is out of line, but Vice President J.D. Vance called Leo's encyclical profound. And a Google software engineer is being charged with using inside information to make $1 million on Polymarket, betting that Google's most searched person in 2025 would be the singer known as David. Tech Report, I'm Mark Mayfield.
Today is Paperclip Day. It is Biscuit Day. It's tomorrow is Water a Flower Day. Tomorrow is World MS Day. Tomorrow is Hole in My Bucket Day. Dear Liza, dear Liza. Sunday is Smile Day. It's Macaroon Day on Sunday, and Sunday is Meditation Day. So those are the things that you are celebrating over the course of the weekend. Any better at all?
No.
Okay. The processor is cleaning up some of it for on the air, but for your video purposes, it's probably going to be difficult and challenging. So not anything I'm probably going to get resolved this hour, but we'll get it.
So if you're watching, sorry.
Yeah, there's nothing interesting I have to say anyway, so don't worry about it. 11 things that middle-class families think are normal but are actually huge blessings. You know, if you're kind of got a middle-class existence and you have, you work hard, you have things that you've worked hard for, you have resources to things, I think you just think, oh, well, those are just normal things. But if you go to other portions of the world, you may realize, hey, this is not as normal as you might think, like stable housing, having a roof over your head and being, protected from elements. Not everyone has that everywhere in the world. 2, nutritious food. We talk about and learn about food deserts. They're just places where you can't get good quality food, and we're we're working to improve that, but the nutritious food is not the norm for everyone. Access to good education. Think we take our access to education. I know we all probably have complaints about it from time to time. And the educational process, whether it's private, whether it's homeschool, whether it's public, whatever it is, I think we all have a tendency to be a little bit critical about it. But travel to other places in the world where it's not available, and it might make us feel a little more gracious. Reliable transportation. Not everyone has access to reliable transportation. Not everyone has access to health care. You know, there are places in Montana and out west where they are hours from a medical facility. And some of that's by choice because there's not enough population there to warrant having it. But when you have ready access to it, even in a rural area, it's a tremendous blessing. Current technology, a lot of people are lagging behind and don't have the access to the high-speed stuff that we have, or gaming consoles or whatever it might be. Downtime. Downtime is a luxury, and you may think you don't have enough of it, but I'll guarantee you that by standards of some people around the world, you have more downtime than
no question,
than a lot of people. Clean and safe neighborhoods, generally. Middle-class families live in clean and safe neighborhoods. Try living in a sketchy one for a while, and you'll realize, oh, I like my clean and safe neighborhood after all. Clothing and personal care items. Even if you don't have a lot, you have more than some people have. And then mental and emotional support. Whether it's due to a lack of insurance coverage or no transportation or limited ability to use technology, poor families may not get the mental and emotional support that they need, so they suffer in silence due to the stigma surrounding mental health issues and cannot afford to pay out of pocket. I even read a headline about a study this morning that they did in Appalachia about economic instability leading to sleep disorders. And you would think that makes sense. Oh, well, people don't sleep well, but to the point of it actually being a sleep disorder is pretty interesting. A new study says that persistent childhood lying is linked to adult criminal behavior and personality disorders. A 13-year-old study tracking 3,017 children from age 6 to 19 found persistent lying predicted higher rates of criminal records and antisocial personality disorder in early adulthood. Now, researchers identified distinct lying patterns. 73% showed consistently low lying that declined over time, 22% increased lying through adolescence, and 5% started high but dropped to near zero by age 15. Okay, so they got three different groups there that they've kind of segregated. Children in higher lying groups were significantly more likely to have criminal convictions and meet antisocial personality disorder criteria at age 22. Early aggression at age 6 and impulsivity at age 12 were strongest predictors of problematic lying patterns. Parents reported higher lying rates than teachers due to intimate knowledge and unstructured home environments. The study does report and say most children lie infrequently and naturally decrease dishonesty with age, but persistent patterns alongside aggression may warrant early intervention. So there it is in the study. All right, what else? I'll tell you what, let's get to a break because of the audio level difference. Let's get to a break. We'll come back and we'll get to we'll do the weekend movie premieres and the water cooler question and all that stuff. And we'll kind of, we'll do an express version this morning. Does that work? We'll get to a break. We'll come back at the, today's Did You Know is coming up, the water cooler question, the weekend box office releases, and more coming up here on In the Know.
At the Grayson County Farmers Market, the community comes together, bursting with farm fresh produce, meats,
home-baked goods, and much, much more. Savor the taste of Kentucky Proud Produce and know you're supporting local families. Join us Wednesdays and Saturdays, rain or shine, from 8 to noon or until the last morsel is gone, now through October 23rd at the Extension Office parking lot on Quarry Road. We honor WIC and senior vouchers because fresh, wholesome food is for everyone. See you at the Farmers Market.
If you want to make the most of your vacation, there's no better place than the Bluegrass State. Kentucky's 44 state parks offer abundant places to play and diverse accommodations to stay. Take a hike, float your boat, or bike the trails. Pitch a tent under the stars or settle into a lakefront lodge. Tee up for 18 holes. Then enjoy a signature meal. Plan your trip at parks.ky.gov.
What if you could get access to GLP-1 weight loss treatments for just $39? With Selfie, you can access doctor-guided GLP-1 weight loss treatments and a personalized weight loss program for up to 80 to 90% less than name brand prices, 100% online, and the medication is delivered straight to your door. No long waits, no paying thousands out of pocket. Available with or without insurance. Just one simple way to get started. Text FAST to 797979 to see if you qualify. That's FAST to 797979.
This is the highlight of my morning. Hey, what's up? It's Island.
And I'm Josh.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit is that it's our go-to morning comfort.
And you've got that nice golden fluffy egg.
With a soft, flaky biscuit.
Crispy bacon.
Melty cheese.
You want something quick, you want something convenient, but most of all, you want something good.
There's no better way to start your morning.
There we go.
Start off the morning with a Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit with Simply Orange Juice. Order on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Who did you let down today? Your wife? Your kids? Well, how about yourself? Take a look in the mirror. If you're tired of your drug and alcohol problem, you need to fix the problem, and right now, before you hurt or kill yourself, or worse yet, somebody else. Call the addiction specialist now at the Reset Addiction Treatment Helpline. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll find you the right treatment regardless of your financial situation. When you call right now, you'll speak to a recovering addict who understands what you're going through right now. Let us help you break your addiction to drug and alcohol before it's too late. This call is completely confidential and free. So take 5 minutes of your time and call us right now. We're here answering the phone. I promise it'll change your life.
Call 800-853-0975. That's 800-853-0975. 800-853-0975. Again, 800-853-0975.
Three-year-old Reagan was treated at St. Jude. Sparkly. Now she can spend her days playing dress-up.
I look beautiful in this.
Instead of thinking about cancer. The team at St. Jude has helped push the overall childhood cancer survival rate in the U.S. from 20% to more than 80%, and we won't stop. Let's help more kids just be kids. Learn more at stjude.org. Finding cures, saving children.
K105, Weather from the Wave Storm Tracking Team, is brought to you by Your Global Getaway. Start planning your adventure now at yourglobalgetaway.com.
Twin Lakes weather.
We'll see filtered sunshine across the region for today with highs in the low 80s for tonight, dropping down into the 60s for your lows with some scattered showers possible west and south of Louisville overnight. Once we head into tomorrow, mix of sun and clouds with highs in the low 80s. From the Wave Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Tawana.
Don't miss the hottest songs in the country, American Top 40 this weekend. We catch up with the Jonas Brothers and hear about their new iHeartRadio podcast. And Bruno Mars and Olivia Dean get another rematch for the #1 spot.
Did you know? Where'd my did you know go? Did you know scientists usually omit left-handed people from tests because their brain works differently? Ouch.
We are more intelligent.
Absolutely. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I mean,
I haven't
we
said anything.
we had that period where me, you, and then Princess Tiana were all left-handed. We outnumbered the righties in the building.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, come on, without a doubt. So, yeah. But now it explains why I've never been asked to participate in some type of scientific study. Because I've been disqualified
You're an anomaly.
For discriminatory reasons.
Yeah, that's it. That's the reason.
That is it. So I tried to make a little bit of change to take all the processing off, and it still sounds the same, doesn't it?
I don't hear much of a difference, no.
Yeah.
Well, and my throat is weird to begin with. So my throat combined with this, I'm just going to sit over here and be quiet.
You are?
Well,
That's what you decided to do?
as much as
It's the
you
wrong
know.
mouse to make any changes. All right, let's at least we'll try and do the water cooler question for today. You're going to text your answer to 270-259-6000, 270-259-6000. 270-259-6000. Water cooler question up for grabs today. We'll do Holiday World and Splash and Safari tickets. About 38% of women say this is one of the most embarrassing things their partner can do. About 30% of women say this is one of the most embarrassing things their partner can do. What is it? Text 270-259-6000.
Is she in the 38%?
Sam's got one of those weird grins.
Is she in the 38? Like, would she say this is embarrassing if you would do this?
Oh, yeah. It would be embarrassing to her if I did it, but she knows
Oh.
I won't do it.
Oh.
Nope, I would not do it. But Sam had an interesting smile.
No, I'm
like
just
a
like trying to
smirk.
figure out. I got nothing. Nothing's coming to mind. I have no idea.
The weekend movie premieres. I'll tell you what's going to be number one at the weekend box office, and that's going to be The Breadwinner. That's the new Nate Bargatze movie. A supermom lands a Shark Tank deal, and the supermom is Mandy Moore. She has to go worry and do that. And so, playing upon Nate Bargatze's humor, he gets left at home with the girls, and hilarity ensues. And so, I've seen some of the clips, and it looks good.
Will this beat Star Wars?
Probably. I think it'll be close. I think a lot of people that were going to rush out and see The Mandalorian went, but I remember I told you it would be interesting to see what the second weekend of The Mandalorian and Grogu looks like. That will be the true teller. Once people got to see it, then they would either say, yeah, it's worth seeing, or it's not worth seeing. Also out today, Pressure. It's a PG-13 history drama. And then Backrooms, an R-rated horror sci-fi movie starring people that I have never heard of. Those are at the movie theater for this weekend. I look forward to it coming to streaming. I think that Nate Bargatze stuff is going to be very good. Let's see. Entertainment headlines for today. Oh, an Austrian man has been given 15 years in prison for a Taylor Swift concert terror plot. A 21-year-old Austrian citizen got a 15-year prison sentence yesterday for plotting a jihadist attack targeting Taylor Swift's Vienna concerts in 2024. He pled guilty in April. He was convicted of terrorist offenses and membership in a terrorist organization. He pled guilty in April and was convicted of terrorist offenses and membership in a terrorist organization. And so the plot forced the cancellation of 3 sold-out Eras Tour shows in August of 2024, which I'm sure cost a fortune. Noah Kahan has announced the 2027 iteration of his 4-night Out of the Blue festival, featuring top-liners Hayley Williams, Mount Joy, The Head, and Heart. I also saw yesterday where after we told you the Freedom 250 lineup, Martina McBride in the last 24 hours has waffled and says that it has become too political, so she's not going to participate. But yet she participated in, Barack Obama's inauguration, et cetera, for that. Hey, this is about America 250. This is about 250 years of us managing. So I don't know why that should be political. We better not be making it political. Moriarty, a crime drama series titled that, inspired by Sherlock Holmes' nemesis Professor James Moriarty, is now in development. If you watch any of the Sherlock Holmes franchise iterations and the remakes, Moriarty kind of operates on the edges, out in the margins, coming into the story, coming out of the story. But it's that consummate, when something goes awry or something strange happens in the Sherlock Holmes universe, you typically can to Moriarty. And Nicolas Cage is explaining his decision to legally change his name. Nicolas Cage was born Nicholas Kim Coppola, but he changed his name to his stage name, his screen name, to Nicolas Cage. And now he says, I am Nick Cage. He said, I changed my name legally last year. I'm Nick Cage in life, and I'm Nick Cage on camera. He says, 'tis better to be the patriarch of my own little family than the clown cousin on the margins of someone else's. So I decided I'm going to bring it on and be Cage. He was asked what inspired him. He said, Cage is a name that I liked coming across in the comics. I thought it was a cool name. He said there was also a John Cage and the experimental compositions that he did in graphic novels. So he liked that name. He was trying to come up with something like James Dean. So he came up with Nick Cage. He thought that was his, there's a staccato to that, kind of it's easy to remember without a doubt. So.
And then he stole the Declaration of Independence.
He absolutely did, and now his name is a national treasure. So we got to get to a break. We'll come back. We'll figure out who wins the water cooler question, and we'll have Chart Toppers, Point to Ponder, and more coming up. You're on In the Know.
Hey, Mom and Dad, your children are surrounded by friends and a world of opinionated voices through social media. That's a lot of noise to break through, but I've got a parenting tip that can help you be not just a voice in their lives, but the voice. I call it Parental Report Card. We learn a lot from our kids' grades, don't we? Their report card gives us a sense of where they're struggling and where they're doing well in school. I realized I could use that same idea to help me better connect with my two teenagers. Every few months I'll ask, how well do you feel I'm listening to you when you have a problem to share? Give me a letter grade. Then we'll have a conversation about why they ranked me in the way they did and how I can better hear what is important to them. And that strategy, well, it works for me because my daily responsibilities keep me moving so fast. With so many plates spinning, I don't always know if I'm really hearing my boys in ways that they find helpful. That's important to me because they're not going to seek my advice if they don't think I care enough to give them my attention and really listen. It works so well for us, in fact. I often ask how they feel about other areas of my parenting, like how much time I'm spending with them or how well I'm communicating to them. I encourage you to give the Parental Report Card a try. It's a great way to strengthen your relationship with your kids, and that's what parenting is all about. To help your children thrive, visit FocusOnFamily.com. I'm Jim Daly.
The following is a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
When I was feeling the stress of too much credit card debt, I looked at two different options: debt settlement and debt management. They may sound the same, but guess what? They're not. Debt settlement seemed like a quick fix, but I found out it would destroy my credit, create tax headaches, hit me with huge fees. They actually told me to stop paying my bills. No way, not me. Then I turned to a debt management plan developed by the team at Trinity. They worked with my creditors, lowered my payments, reduced my interest, saved me thousands, and paid off my debt. And Trinity is a Christian company, which is important to me.
If credit card debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-936-5348.
My name is Heather. Please forget debt settlement and remember Trinity Debt Management.
1-800-936-5348.
Because your health matters.
Midway Pharmacy doesn't have the largest selection of perfume, and that's likely because they spend more time making sure you're healthy and less time making sure you smell pretty. At Midway Pharmacy, you're getting more than a pharmacy. You're getting a pharmacist who's committed to working with you on all things health-related.
Because your health matters.
Experience what matters the most when you visit any county-wide location of Midway Pharmacy.
Cool off this summer at Litchfield Aquatic Center, featuring 2 3-story slides, or grab a tube and take a trip down the lazy river. There are separate tot and toddler pools with lots of great water features like fountains and slides. Plus, there's even a lap lane. LAC is great for groups or individuals, and pavilion and facility rentals are available. Get a day or season pass for yourself or your family today at the Litchfield Aquatic Center on East Carroll Gibson Boulevard in Litchfield.
MP's point to ponder for today. What's the worst sound in the world? Not the most annoying, because we know what that is. What's the worst sound in the world?
Morgan Wallen?
Okay, you went somewhere else. Okay.
I'm going squealing.
Yeah, you can't stand that.
I don't like squealing at all.
I'm going to go toots.
Really? That's what you're going with. Okay, it's the worst sound in the
Cheek
world.
sneak?
Yep, the old cheek sneak.
I mean, I have so many sounds that
I mean, you know, the one I don't like is fingernail clippers.
Yeah.
I hate that sound.
I do think it would be, for Miss Buckles, it would be fun to give her 100 sounds and make her rank them in order of dislike to like.
we would still be sitting here
I
this
like
time
the-
next year.
You know what we should do? You should do it. And have you ever seen the videos where you blind rank it? So you give her 5 ratings, and she doesn't know the 5 sounds that are coming, and she has to rank them 1 through 5 based on not knowing what's coming next.
Okay.
So like the first one could be a cheek sneak, and she'd have to guess which one it would be ranked because she has no idea what's coming next.
Yeah, that'd be a good exercise. Let's do that. Around 30% of women say this is one of the most embarrassing things their partner can do.
Cheek sneak?
There's a common thread here. What?
Is it swat or pinch on the tail in public?
Oh, no, but interesting.
That's a good guess.
I don't do that one. I won't say that not in public.
I know you never would do it in
No,
public.
I don't do
and
that in
it's
public.
not. I don't. Yeah. So.
Sam, did you have any? I guess
cheek
you
sneak.
guessed yours,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah.
Using bad grammar or spelling on social media.
It is embarrassing.
It would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? And you know, and you and I are also quick to back one another up. Like if there's something slightly off, be like, you may not care, but if you want to,
Or you may not have noticed, but hey.
yeah, in case, and it's like in case you want to change
we
it
don't look
before
like
before it's there.
Wrong
Yeah.
form of there, you know.
Well, I wouldn't even say it will be inadvertent. It would be autocorrect if it were to happen to me, because I luckily learned that lesson. I went to school that day, the day that they taught that. How many did we have? Anyone get it? Sam?
Looks like 7.
7. Okay. You got to pick yesterday. I'll pick 5. Number 5.
Phone number ending 6989.
6989. Congratulations. You're going to Holiday World. Have a great time. Rolling into the weekend for the entertainment schedule. I saw where we're going to get an exciting Game 7 in the Spurs and Thunder. The Spurs won last night and forced a Game 7. In any sport, Game 7 is exciting because, I mean, it's like winner take all. And so,
And I think that's the championship, too.
You do?
Like, I think that team will win the championship.
The Knicks won't win, you're saying?
I don't think so.
Interesting. There's a new episode of Dutton Ranch on Paramount Plus today. The NHL playoffs are today. The Eastern Conference Final, Game 5, Canadiens at Hurricanes. Tomorrow, the Season 18 premiere of Storage Wars on A&E. Game 7, as we mentioned, is tomorrow night. On Sunday, the 51st AFI Life Achievement Award, a tribute to Eddie Murphy. That's on Netflix beginning tomorrow. Then the NHL would be on Sunday again, if necessary, depending upon what happens tonight. Today's highlight in history, this date in 1953, Edmund Hillary of New Zealand and Tenzing Norgay of Nepal became first climbers to reach the summit of Mount Everest. I'm glad that they have revised that history record, because for a long time, Sir Edmund Hillary was the only one that got credit for summiting Mount Everest. But he couldn't have done it without his Sherpa. And so Tenzing Norgay gets credit for that climb as well. Rhode Island became the 13th and final original colony to ratify the United States Constitution this date in 1790. So everybody was in the boat. Birthdays today, music composer Danny Elfman is 73. LaToya Jackson is 70. Annette Bening is 68. Melissa Etheridge is 65. Noel Gallagher is 59. Laverne Cox is 54. Melanie Brown of the Spice Girls is 51. Carmelo Anthony is 42. Riley Keough, Elvis's granddaughter, is 37 today. And Paul Skeens from Major League Baseball is 24 today. Gone but not forgotten, King Charles II was born this date in 1630. Patrick Henry in 1736. Bob Hope in 1903. JFK in 1917. Al Unser Sr. in 1939. He and Al Unser Jr. were the first father and son to race against one another in the Indy 500 in 1983. And Bob Simon, the 60 Minutes reporter, was born this date in 1941. We will forego chart toppers for today. I'm going to give you straight to our MB's Pearl of Wisdom. Choose to be happy today because happiness looks amazing on you. Choose to be happy today because happiness looks amazing on you. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. Remember, God loves you, and I do too. If you don't know Jesus, let me know and I'll introduce you. Look forward to seeing you back here on Monday for another edition of our show. For Sam Gormley, for Beej, I'm MB, and now you're in the know.
The Twin Lakes best mix is WKHG.